Tonight, thousands of people will walk beneath millions of dazzling lights. They will hear ringing slot machines. They will watch fountains dance in the middle of the desert. Some will leave rich, most will not. But none of this was supposed to exist. Long before the casinos, long before the neon signs, long before the world's biggest hotels, there was only empty desert, a place so dry that most travelers wanted to leave as quickly as possible. So how did this forgotten patch of sand become one of the most famous cities on Earth? The answer begins with water. Thousands of years ago, underground springs pushed fresh water to the surface of the Mojave Desert. These natural springs created small patches of green surrounded by endless sand. Native southern Paiute communities depended on these springs for survival. Without them, Las Vegas would never have existed. The Spanish explorer Antonio Armijo crossed this region in 1829 while searching for a trade route between New Mexico and California. His group found the unexpected springs and named the area Las Vegas, meaning the meadows. It sounds strange today. A city famous for luxury was named after grass. But at the time, the name made perfect sense. The green meadows were a miracle in one of North America's harshest deserts. For decades, almost nothing happened here. A few travelers stopped to refill their water supplies before continuing west. The land remained quiet, almost forgotten. Then everything changed because of one invention, the railroad. In the early 1900s, railroad companies needed reliable places where steam locomotives could refill with water. Las Vegas had exactly what they needed. In 1905, the San Pedro, Los Angeles and Salt Lake Railroad auctioned land beside the tracks. That auction officially created the city of Las Vegas. Nobody imagined what it would become. At first, it looked like any other small railroad town. Dusty streets, wooden buildings, general stores, a few hotels, a handful of hopeful residents chasing opportunity. Would anyone have believed this tiny settlement would one day attract more than 40 million visitors every year? Probably not. For the next 2 decades, Las Vegas grew slowly. Then, America entered one of the hardest economic periods in its history, the Great Depression. Businesses failed, banks collapsed, millions of Americans lost their jobs. Yet somehow, this tiny desert town was about to receive the opportunity of a lifetime. In 1931, construction began on one of the greatest engineering projects ever attempted, the Hoover Dam. More than 20,000 workers came to southern Nevada looking for employment. They needed places to sleep, places to eat, places to relax after exhausting days of dangerous construction. Las Vegas was the closest town. Almost overnight, its population exploded. The dam brought something even more valuable than workers: electricity. Cheap, reliable electricity would later power millions of lights that became the city's signature. But another decision made in the same year would change history even more. Nevada legalized casino gambling. Many states considered gambling dangerous. Nevada saw opportunity. Casinos began appearing across Las Vegas. At first, they were small, simple, nothing like today's enormous resorts. Still, they attracted visitors looking for excitement unavailable almost anywhere else in America. Then another unexpected group arrived: organized crime. During the 1940s and 1950s, powerful mafia figures realized casinos could generate enormous profits. Money flowed into Las Vegas. Luxury hotels rose from the desert. Bigger casinos competed for attention. Every building became brighter than the last. The city transformed into a place where fantasy mattered more than reality. Names like Bugsy Siegel became forever connected with Las Vegas. Although historians still debate exactly how much influence different crime families held, there is little doubt that organized crime helped finance many early casinos. The desert was no longer empty. It had become America's playground. Yet the mafia would not control Las Vegas forever. One billionaire quietly changed everything: Howard Hughes. When Hughes arrived in Las Vegas during the late 1960s, he began purchasing casinos instead of merely visiting them. His investments encouraged major corporations to enter the casino business. Slowly, organized crime lost its grip. Corporate ownership replaced secret deals. Luxury replaced danger. Family-friendly entertainment joined gambling. Massive hotels became destinations themselves. Today, many visitors spend more time watching concerts, eating at celebrity restaurants, or attending conventions than gambling. The city continues reinventing itself, but beneath every casino, beneath every hotel, and beneath every glowing neon sign, the same underground water that first attracted travelers still flows beneath the Mojave Desert. Without those hidden springs, there would have been no railroad, no Hoover Dam boom, no casinos, no Las Vegas Strip. Sometimes history doesn't begin with kings or wars. Sometimes it begins with a small patch of green in the middle of nowhere, and one unexpected decision to stop for water. That simple stop changed the future of the American Southwest. Millions of people now visit a city that exists because of water hidden beneath the sand. The desert never truly disappeared. It was simply covered by concrete, glass, and millions of lights. Every visitor sees the lights. Very few think about what lies underneath. The same underground water that first attracted travelers still flows beneath the Mojave Desert. Without those hidden springs, there would have been no railroad, no Hoover Dam boom, no casinos, no Las Vegas Strip. Sometimes history doesn't begin with kings or wars. Sometimes it begins with a small patch of green in the middle of nowhere and one unexpected decision to stop for water.